Yeah, me chacha mo. Greetings to baby I wish be a me chao. We idea. Ye ninkomo. Na video be I saw circulating. I think I saw it on my sister on social media, Facebook, my home TikTok also, the page, Akasafa, but me home video no. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about such issues. Say koso, yeah, my Ghana more, and I say especially some of the women what they are going through, but yes, still, it's like they still say. Instead of living that marriage to be alive. No? You don't know. Zach, good morning. Let me video, no, let me play a little bit of it. And I'll add that of a Nigerian actress, Bimbo. Her own is also trending and people are blaming it on this abusive marriage. Like the same as I think, the Nigerian singer, Osinachi. I'm very, very worried about it. Amaisha, morning. Good morning, Kofi Entry. Let me remember I know this video, some of my Nigerians will watch it, but I will just mess it with our local dialect. Yes, because I'll be talking about an issue that happened in Nigeria, about an actress who also suffered this same abusive marriage. And unfortunately, she's no more. And I think those of you who are on social media, who follow a lot of stories around the world, you know what I'm talking about Bimbo. But this issue is about a Ghanaian lady on TikTok also complaining about how she's been abused in her marriage, but still, what the marriage in say, Jiko Stakus Michel, oh boy, Juma, you know. All right, Mamimbo, Unikakra. For the sake of those maybe who are watching and don't understand our dialect, I just briefly explain what I'm talking about. It's about this abusive marriage. This woman is a Ghanaian talking about how she's been abused in a marriage, but I don't know. So that is what I'm talking about. And as I said, I'll be just mixing it with our local dialect, Ghanaian dialect, the tree. So my Nigerian people who be watching, please bear with me. Let me remember when.
There is hope. Please leave.
Oh, I think so. You know about and the voice. Nanka, Matia Semo Potting. You know about Rita, a year program for Regan Tabri, Michel. I just want to play person me bo girl and some voice no. Namuti.
Please leave.
Oh, unfortunately, Nagambesa me bo. The voice, no, say she's complaining, say our real woman, no, she's been abused. But I say, Oguzoti home, and there might be said your walker, any idea. And no, sometimes I don't really understand. Say you are in a marriage where you are being abused as a woman. You know, I always say any man who in the slightest like slightest situation and answer confrontation with the wife or better than sasa or debo ban who will always beat a woman. Such a man is such, I don't know which word I have to use for such a man. Bema dear, you have to be a man. If you say man upper, it doesn't mean say abuse your wife. Thanks a lot, Kofi. Slightest provocation, the right word. Thank you. How can you have a situation, or maybe you have an issue with your wife, and pam wabon? Oh, a man wedding. Women, we know women the way they are. Women are loud. That is how they were created. Even if you have a daughter at home and a son, just compare the two, their attitude. You understand? That is how they are created. So you, the man, that is why everything, man up. Regardless of what the woman will do. What I said, I always say this, there is no perfect marriage. But control your temper to some level. There have to be some limit in marriage. If you are a man and you can't control your hands, or you can't control how you will deal with women, then you are not a man. And this sort of abuse, it goes on a lot. And I think the women are always like mostly the victims. I don't say men don't go through that, but men, if we strike the average or the percentage, men will be like 2 or 3%. The rest will all be women. The rest will all be women. Mercy, bless you. So I don't really understand, especially the women. I've already said, in any marriage, there's no perfect marriage, right? But if you are in a marriage and the man always beats you and you say, oh, you'll be better. No, such marriage, I'm telling you, a man who always beats his wife, that man, a man who will beat you can kill you. So there's no need to stay in that marriage, even if you are getting millions or you are being given 1 million a week. And I don't think any man who abuse the wife will give you 1 million. Good morning, Doris. Wachi, morning. Any man who abuse the wife will never give you. Any man who abuse the wife will never take good care of the wife. Any man who is taking good care of the wife will never beat the wife. If you are catering for or taking good care of your wife, you will never beat her. We all have problems in our marriage. Who told you? I've lived with my wife. If I add the courtship with marriage, we have been together for over 25 years. Yes, we have children together. But there have not been a time that you will see me maybe in even my worst, like even semebu krase sen krana. My wife or how be there dance here from the time of courtship till now. And manu say met him and son, I say I'll go extreme like hitting her. No. It is this thing. This is how we were brought up. And I thank God to say, the family are be free mono. There have not been a time, minuye be bema. And then a require confrontation. Amanaya physical. Yes. Minka, I always say this, there's no perfect marriage. But if you are in a marriage that you are being abused, there's no need to stay in that marriage. You kill yourself. You see a lot of women are dying. Some of the abuse are emotional abuse. That one is even dangerous than the person hitting you physically. If you are in a marriage and you see that you are being abused, whether be it emotional abuse, be it physical abuse, don't stay in that marriage. That marriage will kill you. That marriage will kill you. If you know your wife is doing something, as a man, I'm talking to the men now, and you don't like it, or maybe she has gone extreme, that is hurting you deeply. Men, please, if it is possible, I don't like divorce and those things, but if you are a man and you know that maybe this and this or what you're doing to the woman, you first think about it and think that maybe I have a sister or I have a sibling or I have a sister or I have a relative, a woman who is married to someone. If just put that one in your shoes, like if someone is doing this to my sister, how will I feel? Think about that. Before you do it to other women. Any man, you listen, men, let's take this. You know, we always say that they protect women. Yeah, of course, because women, even if you read the Bible, women are very loud. But the Bible, when Bible want to refers to like woman, I don't say women are not women. They refers to the man. It means if you are a man, you have to man up regardless of what the woman will do. You as a man have to man up. Even if the woman is at fault, you, the man up. Show that you are a man. You are not a boy in marriage. So man up. So I say, Bible, as I said, or refer to yenipa, minka say man yenipa. One say, okay, man. And just say, maybe we are more women than women. But the Bible is telling us something. And I say, in your wisdom, no, in your brain, it's telling you as a man that, if you have power to control everything, that is why we have a baby. I say, Obato to a tribe madam. That proverb, or I would say adage, no. Yankanikeko, Obato to a tribe madam. It means if you are a man, man up. Man up. If you don't want the woman, or if the woman is doing something that is hurting you, and I say, but I'm advising the women to have said this a couple of times because it's painful that most of the time, especially the video I saw today on TikTok about the woman complaining. You have come all the way on TikTok to complain about how you are being abused in your marriage. Meanwhile, you are still sitting there. Because of what? The money you get. Don't you think about your life? If you have life, you have everything. Thank you, Agusia. If you have life. So, if you are a woman and your husband is abusing you, please, don't stay in that marriage. It will kill you. Don't say that my husband will change. The person will not change. Men that slightest provocation, don't stay in that marriage. Such men are not men. Men that cannot hold on temper. If there is a slightest no, such men no. They can be trusted. Now, minim the entire might be stay in such an abuse, especially abroad. There are a lot of stress for her. And you know, if you are in that marriage, because Obama be or that is how you're the one or you bully. Don't allow those things. And I haven't said, Oba, don't be submissive. Yes, you have to submissive. I haven't said, because, yes, men have to man up until, then the woman, you have to be pompous. I have not said that. But if you are in a marriage and you are being abused, I know some men, Obi Owane, the mistake that day, the mistake maybe for beating, but he will beat the wife. Obi Owane, it happens because of financial issues and RBB or money matters between the two. Even in Kwalasi Kakra, people fight and beat their wife, where police have to come in and sometimes throw the man out and stuff. Because of domestic violence, some are languishing in jail. Some are in jail now, here in abroad. Here, they will deal with you, here in abroad. But you know, sometimes, because you know how our culture and stuff, some of the women from Africa or Ghana, they are being abused, but they are afraid to voice out, and they are in the marriage. They don't want anyone to come in between their marriage. Yes, it's right. In any marriage like mine, any issue that I have with my wife, I don't want it to be like a family have to come in or third person have to come in and settle it. That is me. For years, I've done that, and I'm moving on. But I don't think if I'm abusing my wife, she'll be quiet. You know, so you don't have to be quiet. If you are being abused, just be out of it. There are some men, sometimes they can make mistake one or two and hit their wife. After that, they will show some remorse and they will never do that again. I've seen that thing before. But there are some men who will do that continuously until they see something bad happens or something, or maybe they will be satisfied with that. And you, the woman, have to be wise. When you have a husband who constantly and always abusing you, always doing something, and now we're here way more. Look at what happened in Nigeria. Our actress Bimbo. Now it has been the talk of the town, in Nigeria about the actress, how she was being abused, and later The woman tried as much as possible to set herself on fire. And people are blaming the husband of abusing her here and there and stuff. And that is why the woman suffered mentally. And she decided to end it all by setting herself like the house ablaze, or maybe herself. And she died through that, through this thing. The story is all over on social media, on the network. You can just check it. Our sister Bimbo in Nigeria. You know why? As a woman, you stay in abusive marriage. No. Even if you are getting billions of dollars and now na ubewukwa. And a man also. You who said the bewa, a man am I allowed? Am I allowed? Me so dear, if you have a oba or baba, now oba bema, just compare the two. Check their attitude at home. You understand? Or maybe you have a mother. Into show mommy cry attitude. Check their attitude. So am I allowed? So if you marry, you have to know how to stay with women. Me, my wife, I'm quick-tempered. Everybody who knows me, that is my problem. I pray that God will help me to be out of it, but I'm not. I'm quick-tempered, but my temper is, if like OBMBB 1 2 3, maybe I talk out of my heart what you have done to me, I don't like it, or maybe I respond to it, then I'm done. I'm done with you. Then like I've forgotten. That is how I am. But at least she knows, regardless of how angry I am in my life, when I was growing up, my father advised me. He said, yeah, you are a man, and one day I know you will marry, but one thing you don't have to do in life is hitting a woman or beating a woman. Never do those things. When I was growing up, that was the advice my dad gave me. And thank God, it has never in my life that I have hit a woman. Never in my life. And I will never, and I'm never do that till I die. Regardless of how angry I am, I would never. It will not go to that extreme. Like hitting a woman, abusing a woman. Why? No. Because if someone do the same thing to my sister, I will never be happy. I will never be happy, and I will fight for my sister. Or I will fight for a relative, a woman, if a man. You know, so, and so say a man especially, na moyesa. Don't stay in such an abusive marriage. Don't stay there. It's better to move out alive than to move. We will come and carry your corpse. That time it will be too late. Maybe a man who have the heart to abuse you to the extent that you will lose your life. Such a man, if you are not alive, cannot take good care of your children. Bear that in mind. Any man who is caring will never beat his wife. Any man who is very caring and have deep love in his heart will never beat the wife. Will never. But it's very sad that here in abroad, some of the women are suffering, but they can't voice out because of, you know how the stigmatization and this kind of stuff. But it's killing them. Some will say it's killing them softly. It's very sad. So the video I watch on TikTok now, the woman is crying, wailing, like, but you are still there. Why don't you leave? Even the cries will make you mad. And through that madness, you will do something to yourself. Don't stay in such an abusive marriage. Move out alive. It's better than to be taking like your corpse. No. If you are in abusive marriage, free. I don't like divorce, but abusive marriage, dear. A marriage that is full of like you are being abused and here and there. I don't support such marriage. Kwesi mechiao. DJ Money, greetings. Agusua, I don't support such marriage, especially here in abroad where the stress. And you know, the men, so we have to know how to marry. If you are marry someone and you feel, say, this woman is hurting you, this woman is making you mad, or maybe don't please. Saumpa bana jano nonko boko to have your peace, rather than going to the extreme, abusing the woman, hitting him, beating him, and stuff. You know, it's not good. It's not nice. It's not good. And you know, people, Kakra Mekeni, blessings.